Let's go to top 5 overhyped songs.
All right.
Overhyped. So these songs, the top 5 overhyped. They're songs that like everyone gassed up or DJs thought were gonna work and they didn't.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, they might have worked for a minute, but it didn't like last long.
Yeah. I mean, it could be so many things, but just give us a list.
Tot shit.
That shit. Yeah. That was a hit or miss for you?
It was. Yeah.
Really?
It was working when it first came out, and then it just died out slowly.
Wow. And that's in my top 5.
That's in your
I know.
top
Yeah,
5.
I know, man. I noticed that.
Could be venues though, different venues.
What's your second one? Side piece? Go ahead.
Coil Ray, Twin'em.
20, yeah.
They was trying to push that song on TikTok.
No new friends.
I hated that shit. Luckily, it didn't blow up. So
But you got to sing along and dance to it to make it work. Never. That's why you're not doing that.
You're not doing the temptation move, man.
Splash, Tiger.
Damn, I thought
Was that the one?
I thought that was going to be the
That's
end.
2020, but you know what, man?
No, that was this year.
Was that
Nah,
this
that
year?
was this year, man.
this year.
Oh shit!
That was May.
Would you think it's because Pop That kind of took over that sound?
I don't know. Man.
It's a
I don't know.
Pop
If,
That
yeah, it
2.0.
sound kind of like Pop That.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Right.
that was
Nah,
making
it was
that up. I
just-
thought
Just
It just wasn't. It just wasn't.
wasn't
working.
there,
wasn't it?
You know
Yeah.
who was telling me, who was gassing me up on that song and was G'ing it up so hard?
Who?
I know who.
And I played it for him, and he saw the crowd like not react. Was Jamie.
Yep.
And I looked at him and I told him, I said, that shit don't work. And he was like, nah, man, this shit is huge. What are you talking about?
No, I didn't
So-
say it was huge. I said it was going to be the one.
No, you
said
said
it was
this
huge.
I thought it was going to be the one.
huge.
No, because it was going
So
to be
guess
the
what?
one.
I'm at Encore Beach Club, right? And
Yeah.
I usually play the OG 2 Live crew, We Want Some Pussy.
Yeah.
And then I go into something else.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? For you, I said, I'm going to play the
I
Tiger
told him.
version. Everyone's wilding out, We Want Some Pussy. And then it goes into Tiger's verse, and everyone was like,
I actually think.
and
the
then
other-
I looked at him, and he was like, I'm sorry.
Because he should.
Wah, wah.
When he goes,
Lo
pop that
siento.
shit, pop that shit. Then I'm like, oh god.
I actually think the other record he has hits harder. One with the Laffy Taffy.
No, yeah, that's a good
yeah.
record.
Yeah, I played that one in my opening.
So much filler, bro.
So much
Yeah.
No, man.
Go ahead, Nev. Keep going.
Twerk You Later, City Girls.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like all the old DJs, like the old DJs, that was like, oh man, this is a total win. This is the perfect formula. City
It
Girls,
seemed like it. No, it seemed like it was gonna be a big hit. But
City Girls and Planet Rock. You
that
can't
shit
go
ain't
wrong.
go nowhere.
It just didn't
It
hit.
really
yo.
didn't.
It didn't. And anything from French Montana.
he said anything from French Montana.
Fuck with me,
Damn.
Fuck with me, get a bag. They're trying to
Damn.
blow that up.
He
They
shit
try-
on the Bronx.
They're trying to throw.
Damn.
They're trying to blow up Handstand right now.
You know that Fuck With Me in the Bag is big in New York.
I
though.
like that
Yeah.
record.
Is it?
Yeah.
And
It
handstand,
doesn't work out here,
and
man.
handstand works.
Never
But
lost.
none of his shit work in the West Coast.
Never lost his.
I
Yeah,
know,
Bronx
yes.
the card.
Hey.
Give me your boogie bun.
even the joint he did with I forgot what it was, but yeah,
The
anything
handstand.
French Montana. I mean, anything by French.
Bro,
is
Instagram
not,
hates
And I
fucking
tried to
French
listen.
Montana.
I tried
Deadass.
listening to his new album.
Always trolling, bro.
and I
They
just
hate Montana.
I couldn't get into it.
I love French Montana.
I like him too.
You like the new album?
Can I ask you something?
What?
Was there a French Montana album that you could get into ever?
But still, I tried. Not really, but I tried to give him a chance because he's from the BX. But
I'm not. Yo, I'm not mad at Handstand with Doja Cat.
That
and
shit
Saweetie.
works for me.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad with Fuck With Me, Get a Bag either. To be honest, I like that
shit-
song.
I like
shit
it too,
hits
but it
in New
doesn't
York.
work in the club.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
Is that it?
not on the
It's just
West
that
Coast.
sample,
That's it.
man.
Yeah.
That's all for your
Yeah.
overrated.
that's 5. Yeah.
Go ahead, D.
All right, cool. So my first one is Erica Banks' "Bust It." I'm just like,
What? That shit worked.
it works like literally for like 10 seconds.
It works.
And I got to get out of it. And it's just like I don't even care to like take that risk anymore. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Mooski Trackstar. It was big on TikTok, and I feel like these tried to translate it into the club, and it just never translated into the club. It was
I
just
think.
whack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Isn't
Like,
it
it was
like-
cool on TikTok. People were just
Yeah.
doing a little running dance, and like it just didn't do
She's a
nothing,
runner,
man.
she's a track star.
Yeah,
And then that's it.
I remember listening and be like, when did the drums come in?
right. And I was like, okay, where's the hook? I'm not even.
Hey,
sure
bro,
what
I
the
have a
hook
hard
is.
time mixing that, so I'm like,
Yeah,
where the fuck?
it's weird.
Yeah, bro, it is.
I don't even touch
Right.
that one anymore. Masked Wolf, Astronaut in the Ocean.
Oh, that's 2018 or 19.
God damn.
Nah,
Really?
That came out this year.
Astronaut in the Ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's old, man.
Nah, you sure? Look that one up.
Nah.
I was put on notice about this song this year. So if it is older, I didn't know.
2019.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that song is old,
I got
bro.
picked this year. Though.
I just started hearing it this year though.
Okay, so let's just put it out there. This year has been weird with music. That shit just popping up.
But last year don't count.
Years back.
these hip hop motherfuckers are like they hear some new white pop shit. They're like, oh shit, this is new. Like,
Yeah.
that shit's been around for a little bit though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had Twerk Later.
Yeah,
For sure. Like I just to be honest, I never even tried to play that song. But when I would go out and listen to other DJs playing it, I was like,
that was like a
damn,
fail.
this ain't
Yeah,
it, man. Like this shit is weak. Like
Yo.
it just
Even if they had a
didn't-
TikTok dance. all
But it
that
has
shit.
like the elements to be good, but for some reason it's just not. It's just so weird. Like
it's
I
like
don't
on
understand.
paper for a DJ. On paper, it sounds like a win. Like you can't fail. You know what I'm saying? But then when I remember the first 3 times I played it in 3 different clubs. And I would get so mad, like, why the fuck isn't this working? Like, yo, this crowd sucks. And then the second one, I was like, this ain't working again. Third time, this ain't working again.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
It was
give up,
you,
man.
baby. It was you. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
And
You're
I've
like-
heard it mixed all kind of different ways, and I'm like, it's still
Even
just
remixes never-
nothing.
it
Nothing
doesn't work.
It just don't work, man. So
I have a dembow at it. Yeah, it doesn't work that much. either.
Unless you just loop, it's time for the twerk you later. It's time for the twerk you
For
later.
that, you
Then
might as
go
well
into
just say the
something
fucking
else.
Turk,
Yeah.
the original.
the percolator.
Yes, percolator.
Yeah, and then my last one is Coil Ray and Pooh Shiesty, Big Purr. I hate that song, bro.
People request that?
No,
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty's verse hits. That's about it.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like it just takes too long to get to
Yeah,
his verse.
'cause she-
Because
yeah.
Coil Ray just her voice. I love her on certain things, but on
Mm-hmm.
other things, I just feel like her voice as an instrument just doesn't work with certain production. And that song is just too like hood of a record for her voice, and it's just awkward.
Some of her music reminds me of Bad Baby, right?
Yeah,
Where she's like hitting this like young demographic that maybe don't even go out to the clubs yet.
right. And I think
Yeah,
that's what it
I think
is.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
Because No
Definitely.
More Parties is a dope record for by Coil Ray. I like that one a lot. But when I heard this, I was like, this ain't it. And I know Pooh Shiesty was hot.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
probably just, it was like an industry thing to just put them to it on a record. But that shit was whack, man. I heard it a few times in the summer, like at pools or whatnot, and I was not feeling it. I feel like it just deaded the energy every time I heard it.
Really? I never
Yeah.
heard it out ever.
Good.
I just heard it on TikTok and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Exile, what's up? Top 5 overrated 2021.
All right, Latino version again. I'm gonna go with Poblado Balvin remix. It's like a Colombian remix of a reggaeton song. Demographically, it didn't work on the West Coast. A lot of Colombians aren't out here on the West Coast like they are in like Houston, Miami, New York. So I would play it. I'm like, this record's hot. Then I would go to Houston. It works better, but like it didn't work on the West Coast at all. Yeah.
It's crazy, like with reggaeton and Latin music. It's like the different demographics.
Yeah.
The East Coast, right? The down south, right? And then the West Coast.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it just
crazy.
didn't work.
It's completely different.
Yeah. Number 4 was Súbele el Volumen by DY with Mike Towers and Jay Cortez, which is 3 heavy hitters. It just didn't work. Just, I don't know. The energy was there, but I'll play it in the clubs. Just,
It was supposed to be a banger though.
I think DY came with the energy. I think
Yeah.
people are getting tired of DY. I asked a lot of Latinos, like, hey, what's up with DY? Like, well, he sounds the same because he releases the same BPM, same energy. He hasn't dropped anything unique, like anything slower or anything like Pepa's like upbeat. Kind of drops the same thing, the perreo. Where like, yo, you've been doing that for 20 years. A lot of people tell me that. I'm like, but DY is the GOAT. Yeah, but like, it's the same thing, bro. Like we love perreo, but like drop something unique. Like Bad Bunny touches all types of realms.
Right.
Same with Balvin. He goes at the ghetto, or in the ghetto and then he does reggaeton. Then he does like, some like trap shit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why it didn't work. I think people are just tired of like, all right, daddy, like we're done with the perreo, like switch it up.
Yeah.
Number 3, Volví, Bad Bunny and Aventura.
What? Yeah.
Yo, didn't work. Didn't work, bro. That's 2 gods, bro. Aventura can sell out stadiums. Bad Bunny can sell out stadiums. Didn't fucking work.
I love that record.
You love it, but it doesn't work, bro.
Goddamn.
True.
I play it and
it doesn't work.
I love that shit. I personally like it, but just it didn't work.
God damn, I'm
I
so
would
disappointed.
do like a Bad Bunny set, like Vete, Calleita.
That one, those all fire. But Volví doesn't.
But then I try to drop Volví in the middle of the set, and it would like ruin the rest of the Bad Bunny kind of like quick mix set, and I was like,
Love
oh,
that
man.
song, dude.
Yeah,
But just, it didn't work. It didn't work. I don't know.
yeah.
Number 2 is gonna be actually I'm gonna finish off the list. There was an album dropped this year, Los Dioses by Ozuna and Anuel. They did a collab album, trash.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't got it.
What happened to Ozuna?
Two gods. Exactly. What happened to Ozuna?
What happened?
Ozuna, he's still popping. But he's more pop now. More like love. He doesn't cuss in his songs either because he's got daughters. So he released a statement saying, "I'm not gonna do any more like dirty stuff. This is it." So he did a
Damn it. Does he not know what he says on Te Boté?
I'm like, yeah, reggaeton, bro. Reggaeton's based on perreo and like, you know, whatnot. But like Anuel and Ozuna, two heavy hitters in the Latin game. That's like Drake and Kanye collabing and the album being a flop. Dead ass. And it was a flop, bro. Like nobody was, maybe in PR, maybe like trap, maybe New Yorkers were dropping it, but like the rest of the world it didn't chart. It didn't do well, and it was a disappointment. Yeah. So that was disappointment this year. Yeah. Big time.
Wow, man.
And that's your top 5?
Yeah.
Top 5 overrated?
Overrated, yeah. Everyone was hyped about it. We were all hyped about it. Like Ozuna and Anuel, that's huge, but just didn't work. It just didn't work.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very informative.
Yeah, I'm about to be pissed.
Jamie,
when are we not?
This is the shit that didn't work for me.
In your rooms.
In my rooms.
Yeah.
Way Too Sexy by Drake.
That's hit or miss, though. I feel like that's hit or miss.
But you had it on your top 5.
Wait, that was overhyped?
I did?
Yeah.
No, I had What's Next.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
To me, Way Too Sexy just loses steam right after, okay, all right, and that's it.
Wow.
To me, that's an overrated. And it snoozes out after a while. Wokeisha, Moneybag Yo.
Oh, I agree with that so much.
After that Shanti line or whatever?
And then it goes into like a cup pouring liquor.
Yeah,
I'm like, why did you do that? Like, it's just the...
Here's another one that kind of...
You know what? Here's the problem with Moneybag Yo? Like,
damn, you hit the spot.
I mean, it's like we're in the club, like,
yeah,
like, and
it's
then all of a
so
sudden,
mellow. It's so mellow.
What's
you know
in
what?
my cup? It's in my
the
cup.
thing is, like, his mellow delivery, his cadence, that works on these like extra hard fucking
those beats.
trap beats, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you get him up to like a 90 BPM, he sounds so off.
Yeah,
he's bringing no energy to the record, and he just honestly sounds
can't
dead on that
he
record.
He can't have a record that has no energy and then come on it. Like that's way too mellow. But for some reason, it gets a lot of radio play.
Yo, mad people requested it. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not playing that. Like, that's actually a problem for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dropping that is going to cause me a headache. Yeah.
Somebody took me a little over $100 to play it, and it just snoozed out. And I was just like, this is the worst 2 minutes of my fucking life. Then try to get the crowd back.
How much was it for, though?
It was a little bit over $100.
Oh, that's worth it.
I would have did it. I would have did it.
Yeah.
But it was just like, now I gotta like, people look at me
recover.
like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, now I gotta recover.
Blow the whistle. You don't even know what to do.
Then the manager comes up.
What the fuck are you playing? Like the spender wants to, man, whatever. This song also fizzles out for me very well. Maybe I'm not playing it right. Whole Lot of Money by Bia.
Damn, that's 2 people.
Really?
Yeah, it fizzles out pretty quick for me.
I mean,
Pretty quick.
after the first chorus.
Well, she has a lazy flow too.
Yeah.
So maybe
I don't know, man.
I walk to the
I don't know about
bodega.
that.
I see like Shorty singing that shit.
Yeah.
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 Where are you playing at, Jamie?
He playing for a bunch of dudes. That's why.
Yeah.
A bunch of white folks.
Because that shit works for the ladies, bro.
No, it just doesn't work.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
Bia. No, it just doesn't work for me.
Really?
Maybe I'm not playing. Like I said, maybe I'm not playing it correctly. I don't know.
I put on my makeup when I walk into bodega.
Yo.
Twerk You Later, of course.
Oh yeah.
And then this one too. I feel like people lose interest rather quickly on this record too. In the Ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Really?
Tripping.
I think in the beginning, and now I think they warmed up to it.
You know what it was for me with that record is that it comes in really strong, but then when the verse hits, it's like
It drops.
and then the energy.
So
just,
it kind of fizzles.
So
for
I
me.
have to play a remix that's.
So I need a
keeps that
So I gotta
energy.
just find a
But
better
you know
remix
what it
for
is?
those records.
After a while, people learn the record and they listen to it. So now the drop doesn't sound like weird.
Yeah.
It just sounds like it's part of the song.
Then they expect it.
You mean
Yeah,
the
yeah.
verse?
Yeah, because it's
on
like it hits like 1998 too, and then you expect it to hit,
Yeah.
and it goes boom,
And
and
he's
it
like,
goes to
boom,
no.
Yes,
But I
yes.
think when we're dropping a new record like that, and you want to amp it up, like people don't know it, they're like, oh shit, what happened? But when they start listening to it and they're like familiar with it, they're a little bit more familiar with it.
Yeah.
So I think it's different.
It's weird.
But I can understand, like, yo, when you drop a record and it doesn't work, and you try it 2-3 times, you're kind of scarred, right?
You
Whole Lot of Money
deflated.
did that to me. Whole Lot of Money did that to me. I played it for a bunch of kids. Once it didn't work. Maybe it was too early from then digesting and being popular in the crowd. But even after that, I tried to do it a few times, but I just stay away from that record because it's just a slow, like a movement of my like transition.
I feel like that's a bad bitch anthem this year, yo.
Yeah, that's
Whole
the
Lot
I
of Money,
thought
man.
that was like one of the biggest hip hop songs.
Maybe I'm not playing it for bad
this year.
bitches. I don't know. Maybe the bad bitches are not in the room. I don't know.
What do you call it? I agree with everything you guys. I agree with Twerk You Later. Way too sexy too. I think for a Drake first single, it should have been bigger. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe we were, I think only he could get away with like a filler song as a first single.
I mean, to be honest, that whole album was kind of filler.
Yeah.
So.
It's still easy to listen to.
I know, really good to listen to, but it's not
easy to listen to.
It's not a Drake catapult.
I agree with Wokeisha. I think really what was disappointing to me, and maybe it wasn't like a club hit, or I think it was just overhyped, and I was hyped for it, was the Bruno Mars and
the
You
album.
talking about the album or any specific
Yeah, just the
single?
whole album.
just any
the
of the
whole
singles.
movement.
Yeah.
Like for the Silk Sonic shit.
Yeah.
Just
I
like,
thought that was just
this
so disappointing.
bitch. That's the only good.
I
fucking
can't
song.
help but
Smoking Out the Windows
That's
is
the
a decent song.
Yeah, it's the only good
I think
one.
my problem with it is like the same thing I had with Bruno Mars in with the other fucking album. What was
24
it? 24 Karat.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just sounds like parody.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then like the whole Silk Sonic album sounded like that fucking, what was that
You said
movie? Semi-Pro.
Love Me Sexy.
Oh,
Yeah, the Jackie. You know the Jackie.
It's the
movie?
videos that he's putting out.
Love me sexy.
The one with Will Ferrell.
Yo, I was
and,
in Dallas.
Andre 3000.
I was in Dallas and I was telling someone about that comparison, and they were like, "I don't think I've ever seen that movie." And I played it, and they were dying laughing. And they're like, "Yo, like you're kind of right."
Wait, let me play this real quick.
It's so ridiculous.
Cause yo, like no, cause you were even like, what is that song? And I played it for you, and you're like, oh shit, it does sound like
Yes.
Silk Sonic.
Yeah.
You just need the Bootsy Collins
Yeah,
ad libs.
boom.
You know how Bootsy Collins was on that? Baby. Hey baby,
Me, Jackie.
we got Bruno Mars in the building.
Let's fill a bathtub full of sweat.
Love me sexy.
Hey.
It's that new Silk Sonic, baby.
Baby, are you ready to lick me sexy? Take off your shoes and suck me sexy.
Never give me a smooth.
Oh yeah,
Smooth.
Show you right.
show you right.
I thought that was a big disappointment.
Stone Groove.
You know, it was also another
Stupid.
another record that I felt like people were amped about, and I knew, and I just was like, that's not gonna work. Was the fucking Poke It Out, the Wale with J. Cole. I felt like, man,
I knew that off the bat, man.
I know, but I felt like a lot of motherfuckers.
With the what's the name beat?
With the
Vibrant
Vibrant
thing.
yeah, Vibrant thing. Yeah.
There was all these motherfuckers on Twitter like just gassing that shit up, like all these DJs, and I'm like, yo, you're never gonna play that song.
What was wrong with
man.
that record? You think?
I just felt like it was just
Too old.
That
Like
sample wasn't it.
Yeah.
it doesn't sound relevant at all.
okay, that's something.
You know,
old,
it sound like
old,
something-
oh, it sounds old to me. Like
If they dropped it maybe like 5-6 years, like around that Mustard era, maybe. I don't know, man. It just doesn't. I don't think. Yeah, it's just a weird combo too.
I'm
Poke It
surprised
Out.
he had J. Cole in that song. Or J. Cole did the song.
It's actually not a bad song.
It's not. I've never heard it in the club, but I've heard it on radio, like driving in my car, and it doesn't sound bad.
It
So I
doesn't.
don't-
I heard it in the club, and it doesn't sound bad.
No, it's
but
well
everyone
produced.
But everyone in the club is just thinking, why don't you?
what?
When does Q-Tip come on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It just sound like they're rapping over the instrumental.
Yeah. Like
And
it's
then-
a mixtape record.
Another big disappointment for me, and it was overrated and it was just hyped up, was anything by Rosalia. I feel like she just disappointed me, man. She kind of disappointed
Look
me.
at exactly.
no, I agree with him. That's the thing. I was like, ooh,
She's
thank
so
you.
hyped up, yo.
The thing is, like, she's Spanish, and her Spanish, like, Spain. She's
Yeah.
from Spain. It doesn't translate to reggaeton. It doesn't translate to like, same with like the Weekend remix and all that stuff. I was like, ah.
Do you remember when Rock Nation signed that one singer and she was British, but she was like biracial?
I do.
Rita Ora?
Rita Ora.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like the Latin Rita Ora.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Where Rita Ora never had like a hit song, but you saw
But they
her
kept blowing her
everywhere.
up.
Yeah,
She was
she was
beautiful.
in, she was in
and she
movies,
got,
commercials.
She got
She was in Calvin
sponsorships.
Harris
Yeah.
with Bruno
Yeah, she was
Mars.
She
Fast
was,
and Furious.
she was supposedly fucking Jay. That's why.
That was the rumor.
What
Where the
Rosalia?
girls never?
Just saying.
What Rosalia? She's dating Raul Alejandro, which is the biggest, one of the
Right.
biggest reggaeton
And I
guys.
feel like that was another.
And she's on Travis Scott's Astro World. She was there last year. Or
Yeah.
So she's more of a brand
But I
than
feel
an
like-
artist, right?
Yeah, I feel like she has a look,
Yep.
and her styling is. She's just a perfect like
She's a package.
canvas for like any kind of brand to
Like
market.
a plant, straight up.
I mean, like I even think her relationship with that. What's his name?
Raul Alejandro. Yeah, Raul.
Alejandro.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you say the first part? Raul.
Raul.
I say
Raul
Raul.
Alejandro.
I thought it was Raul.
I say Raul.
It's
Raul.
Raul.
It's
Latinos, Raul.
Like Raul. Okay.
We can say Raul. You can say Raul.
Even her dating Raul
Yeah.
Alejandro.
Yo,
I'm gonna say that if I ever meet him, I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a big fan of Raul. Like Raul. I think that was like set up by the labels.
because they're weird. They're weird
It seems
together.
like it.
They're yeah.
I think it's like her management and being like, this makes sense and this will keep her relevant in the music because she's not
popular.
relevant right now.
Isn't that crazy?
I
Like
don't
people
know.
go that far. Like
No, and then he's been like gassing up for years.
But I love her voice.
yeah.
Like I love her voice.
Well,
but
she comes from
can't have a
the
hit.
Spanish. I forgot what they do. They don't do
Flamenco?
tango. Yeah, there you go.
flamenco, right?
Florico. Flamingo. No, that's a street up here.
Flamenco?
motherfucker.
No, flamenco dancing.
She comes from a very Spanish tradition. Like she can actually sing, so it's kind of hard. It's like Adele doing a fucking hip hop song, kind of like that. Like Adele can really sing, right?
It's like almost like operatic.
Yeah, it's really good. It's too good to be on reggaeton in a way.
Right.
In a
I
way,
see, I see.
in a way.
It loses that. It doesn't have that like that raw, that edginess.
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Ivy Queen.
It's like
enough.
when Selena Gomez tries to make reggaeton. It
Every
just sounds
time,
like-
every time,
Right.
dude.
Yeah, and Taki
Yeah.
Taki.
Yeah.
She was in
No one plays the last verse.
No one plays the last
Nobody.
I know.
Nobody, bro. I don't know. Unless you're gonna go to the bathroom or something.
Exactly, right?
That's fucked up, y'all shitting on Selena Gomez. If you want to check the full episode of this clip, click the video on the left. Or if you'd like to continue watching more road clips, click the video on the right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and get updated on new clips and videos from Road Podcast throughout the week. Peace.